Unuratu approached the throne through the crowd. She walked beside it, but did not sit. "Why do we continue to believe this lie?" she asked the crowd. "Kukulkan controls this city, and I will no longer wear a smile and pretend it is any different. I will not be his puppet, trotted out to wave and smile." The guards cut her off quickly and ushered her away. Then they advanced, with weapons drawn to disperse the crowds.
Have you come here to escape the bustle of the city? I swear, it gets louder and more crowded every day. The people are changing as well. They desire more and more, be it food or clothing or jewelry. Their eyes dart inside the homes of their neighbors, longing for the items they see. No one seems to be able to find contentment with what they have. It's too much. Sometimes I dream of sneaking away, just getting into one of these boats and paddling up the river. I would do that, but this place is all I've ever known. It would be a huge decision. I think I'll need to keep thinking about it. Thank you for listening. I feel as though a cloud has parted.
After the long dry season, when the rains finally fell, the rats left their burrows looking for more food. They brought with them pests. Those afflicted bleed from their ears and nose and died in terrible pain and terrible numbers, leaving many once populous cities empty. This depicts the story of Viracocha, the father of all creation. He formed the heavens, the earth, the sun and stars, the moon, time itself, and all living beings, including the other gods. At first, Viracocha was considered to be the supreme god of the Inca, but with time that honor passed to his son, Inti, the god of the sun. Still, Viracocha retained his link to the sea. His name literally means fat or foam of the sea. A heavy-breasted woman wearing serpents around her waist. This is Coatlicue, whose name literally means skirt of snakes. She's also called Tetioinen, the mother of the gods. She gave birth to the moon and the stars and had over 400 children, including the sun god Huitzilopochtli, who was also god of war. In addition to being a mother, she's seen as the devourer of all that lives. It's said that she was herself sacrificed to bring about this current age of creation.
Me and Nedsley used to play together all the time, but I haven't seen him around a lot lately. I understand why, I think. He has important things to do, important for all of us here. But I miss him. No one could throw a stone farther across the river.
Maleti lejabob lejelo, hach kakas makopjan, beika shilobe yetel, kuki mesajo.
Hel te pachi, te kom luma?
Hach beyo pachu, balete witsobo, kahanob kach laxilobi. Tukatulal hach no hanob yetel utsop. Tujilajo buyalak yamasobe, helam basku betikob, matulahanob yetel hach, kupatikop lekeobo.
Le llama Sobo.
Le laxilobo kukatikop, ti le llamas vasco yuchulo. Kato ya la jove, le bin le ekop, aliktio botanu talunats, altokim bin bulkabi. Yani li luhak chulzik, tulakal vasco shane.
¿Tak le llama So?
Ja, vale le laxilobo, tu bisajobu batsilop yetel. Uyalakop ichil sahkabo, tu hashkana lil tuush tu kashtajobe. Le kat soke kakush le chakobo. Hopunaka le hao hashtag tu canalil. Tu beital taku yubikop, jule makop tanu kimilobo. Te jacob cabalo, le kachnak le hatu canalil le actuno. Maxil. Le huitso no hochnag shan. Man haipel winalop leili. Ukasha le chaco. Kanak le hao. Vale le huitso no hoch. Chachtial. Ukanantik. Le laxilop yetel le kuchkabalilo.
¿Beipul yahile?
Le tiejun silobo, bash uch katsoki?
Hetz le chacobo hachtelo. Yum kine. Tutiki kunsak le lumo. Hach tu sutukil kuchich. Tu mentanu patal. Minanu yoch le laxilobo.
¿Bash ushti le llama So?
Tech yete la llamase.
Bei, sut heshibili, ukani le witzo. Le makobo tu paklantaj, uyo chop. Yap chahop tu lakal tush. Vale le llamaso. Bei. Le llamaso kuke halsikop. Le bulkabilo. Le yoklal hach utstalo. Upatalop te witzobo.
Hach Helvishone.
Helvishone. Vale tone patalop. Yoksalin kalantik baon. Tibas kuyuchu y pachilil.
Yanwatu nuyantal, ulak bukalbil, tiala mistal le luma, akambesa?
Kukulkan, hetstanta jojelpatik, le lukabila pacho. Tialubeti kuhach, malobil, le tikin patik.
Matalami, tus nen tus nakech okolnen. Bet balop kulobit lekajo. Tu gel ubetik utsi. Lekenchu kukeche. Kasutul tun otzilech. Pauyu.
Guamataki mesal, yoxal le bolsipilo. Maten kimil. Helin sutul nushi otzilene.
Mejem palalesh. Maunaj atzil voltikesh sutul yoyo. Cambesajilo. Ukamba lulop, divish mauna habetik, akustalin.
Hel tuno, mauts tun check talobi.
Ma, hach malopchen, watanakech, jetelop. Kambanen tiletiop, letie ubilalobo.
The legend is that the Ring of Seven stand guard over riches, but I've looked all over the place and I still haven't been able to find them. It doesn't make any sense. Why go to the trouble of making up a riddle and then not having it pay off?
As it was foretold, heralded by the column of flame burning through the night, and the destruction of our temples, and the warnings of the weeping woman and the two-headed man, the strange warriors astride great deer arrived with the rising sun. They murdered the weak leaders and claimed the land and the people as their own.
My wife is very ill, as are many others. A sickness brought by the outsiders. Someone should do something.
Hello, Ishiki. Beautiful animals, aren't they? Llamas, so gentle. Even the wild guanaco in the wilderness, they love to be petted. The gods approve.
Tiwalitech tinwilach, uyutzile machich.
Bashol algel, uhulbat el tal kukulkan tomen guamache. Kubatel et olal. Unaj, agualik ti le kananilov kano.
Tzog wau chokoch talapol, kauke sholtenop. Mauch mishvali, tzokich.
Watech alike, tede kinwili ke kahal nukah.
Taboyaj, ya no yelek ma usulul, yokolgaf, letio jajil inach toxajon.
Kuyalale. Hachku bisukubak yetel tzululmako. Letibine babin shankuntul ach tzululmake.
Maashobi, lekuxol makobo, hach sajbensilop, tial tulakal mak, tial shalukustalon.
Mashane jajatal.
I'm sorry.
No one may enter. I repeat, Kukulkan wants the prison completely locked down. No one enters or leaves.
This elaborate pipe is sculpted to resemble Xicoatl, an Aztec serpent spirit painted in green, blue, and yellow. Its sides are decorated with semi-precious stones. The inclusion of jade indicates at least a measure of Maya influence. The bowl still reeks of burnt roots and smoke. Not an entirely unpleasant aroma.
I don't recognize you. What are you doing here? Where did you get that tunic?
It was given to me by Unuratu.
Oh, you are the Queen's guest? I meant no offense. Please, you must forgive me.
It's all right, don't worry.
How may I help you? The gods favor us both. Here you go. Very good. The gods favor us both. Very good. Here you go. Very good. The gods favor us both. Very good. Here you go. The gods favor us both. Here you go. Very good. The gods favor us both. Here you go. The gods favor us both. Here you go. The gods favor us both. Come back soon. You're here during a busy time, friend. The tanners, the butchers, the weavers, the dyers, even the teachers. All the districts are preparing. The market will be busy. Great things are on the horizon for the city and its people. We all must do what we can to help Kukulkan usher in a new world.
I have some items that might interest you. Will you trade? Please. I have barely made enough to offer in tribute.
Tribute to who?
The cult of Kukulkan, of course. They demand half of all profits earned on market day. But if they think I tried to short them...
I understand.
Thank you, Ishiki. Will you trade then? You have made an excellent choice, my friend. The gods favor us both. You have made an excellent choice, my friend. May the gods smile upon you.
The people of the Andes have been perfecting the art of weaving for thousands of years. This Chuspas is a wonderful example. Woven of llama or alpaca hair and traditionally used to carry cocoa leaves, it clearly highlights the weaver's skill. Beautiful.
Chen makachi, bejo kumbitech.
This jade mask would have been placed on a noble's corpse during his funeral. The artisans were reputedly able to create an almost exact likeness of the wearer.
It can't be an Alush. It has to be those children.
Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, yes. Something is terribly wrong. Every morning, I wake up and everything in my house has been moved.
You said something about an Alush.
Oh, no, you too? Alush aren't real. It's the children. They enjoy tormenting me.
You could block the entry, then they couldn't get in.
I tried that. They still found a way in. Maybe I should just move.
It's difficult to make out. People settled between two rivers. They weren't alone. However, these outsiders don't appear dangerous. Amaru returned for his brother's funeral, inconsolable during the burial and immovable after. The next day, however, he cut swiftly through the city. He unmasked the cult's leader, exposing them as outsiders. It is time for the people of Paititi to take control of their city, he said, holding a decapitated head in one hand and the bloody knife in the other. No longer will we bow to outsiders.
Do you know what's missing in this city? Love. It used to drift on the air, like the scent of hibiscus. That scent went away when Unuratu's husband Sairi died. Theirs was an infectious love. Everywhere they went, they were locked in hand. They would shop the markets together on sunny days like today, and I could swear the stalls would brighten just a bit as they passed. I had never seen two people more in love. I hope that once all of this fighting is over, that the scent of hibiscus will return.
This describes something nearby. Canals bring water to the arid parts of the village, and they washed me away. This should come in handy. Patolli is said to be one of the oldest games in America, played by all walks of life. Players were known to gamble all of their worldly possessions over a single round, from blankets and precious stones to their homes and even their family's freedom. The god of art and games, Makwul Shoktol, is considered an active participant in the game, responsible with bestowing offerings upon the winner. So much on the line for a simple game. Some things never do change.
Hej! Uciech! Uciech!
Itzamna is the son of the Maya creator god, Hunabku. He was the god of education, responsible for inventing writing and books. This made him an essential figure in the development of Maya culture. He was also god of agriculture and created farming. He even presided over doctors, healing people with the help of his red-hot hand. Usually, Itzamna took on a reptilian aspect, but he was also known as Kinichahau, a fire macaw, who was the patron of the number 4 and controlled drought and disease. The Paititians made peace with each other and followed Yaskar Yahweh, recently acclaimed as emperor, to a site in the mountains to begin anew, certain they will not make the same mistakes as those before them. An Aztec-influenced mask, decorated with items native to the area around Paititi. Maya and Inca stood shoulder to shoulder against their brothers on one side, those who wished to retreat and start fresh, and those who wished to expand and conquer neighboring territories. Ill-suited to the local land, the Maya's agriculture techniques of slash and burn soon led to a food shortage. At the risk of starvation, they entered into treaties with local pre-Inca tribes, gaining new technologies and crops. The traders arrived, bringing new goods, and then the farmers, with new crops and techniques. Eventually, as more and more of the outsiders arrived in Paititi, they eventually took administrative control. This staff has a jury-rigged flintlock mechanism similar to those from European firearms. The cultist priests must have used this during their ceremonies to awe the crowds. The protectors failed and are now doomed to recover what they lost.
Ay, pilawichinishkik!
Ishiki, would you like to hear a story? One that my mother used to tell.
I would love to.
You've noticed the pools throughout the city, haven't you? Do you know why they exist?
No, why?
We once had a queen, a very vain woman. She ordered these wells dug so that as she walked through the city, she could always see her reflection. One day, she knelt beside one of the pools, and a fish surfaced. She became very angry. The ripples in the water ruined her reflection. This queen tried to capture the fish, but she slipped and fell in and disappeared.
Disappeared?
Many tunnels between the wells were discovered during the search, but she was never found. Some say the queen is still down there, trying to catch that fish.
Thank you. That was quite the story. Villager claims to have seen a strange creature in the streets. They followed it to a walled-in alley where it disappeared. Citizen describes similar experience in Upper City. Woke to discover something trying to climb in a second-story window. When she yelled, it dropped to the street and disappeared. We'll continue to monitor. Each Taka of the cult of Kukulkan vows to tie his coat to that of Utu, descendant of the Maya. Lacking any family of his own, each Taka will live with the parents of Utu until such time that they have built their own home and hearth. Utu vows to tie her coat to that of each Taka. She will bear him many children, which they will raise according to the traditions of both their peoples. We leave the city at first light, which is just as well, for a terrible disease has spread across it. Dead and dying line the paths and choke the streams. Many are saying it is punishment from the gods. Journal of Adelantado Perez. November 1603. I accompanied Andreas Lopez, a group of 12 soldiers and 2 Molosses through the jungle. The directions the Jesuits provided to Trinity were excellent, so we discovered the hidden city with little difficulty. The natives of the city welcomed us warily, but we plied them with gifts, and they reluctantly allowed us to enter the city, unaware of our true intentions. Lopez has begun to search for the artifact while we distract the city's leaders.
That must be the temple I saw from the riverbanks.
Bats and Hunchoan were twin brothers, older half-siblings of the more celebrated Maya hero twins. Jealous of their brothers, the monkey twins would always cheat during football matches and ruin them with their aggressive tactics. In retaliation, the hero twins lured them up a tree which never stopped growing, preventing Hunbats and Hunchoan from getting down. The hero twins convinced them that they could use their belts to climb down, but this turned out to be another trick, and the belts became tails, turning the elder twins into monkeys. Turn mirror 1 to the left. Follow the beam of light to mirror 2. Direct mirror 2 across the chamber diagonally. Return to mirror 1. These seem to be instructions of some kind, but I can't make out the rest. I must have arrived at the right time. It looks like the cultists were just here. Only the worthy may call upon Kinichahal. Use his light to chase the shadows from your hearts in the city itself. Amazing. This must be where they perform rituals honoring the sun. I won't last long if I fall in the water. The divine canoe. which carries Maya's souls through the underworld and into the sky, is directed by two gods. Old Stingray Paddler sits in the back of the canoe and handles the duties during the day, while Old Jaguar Paddler sits in the front and takes care of the night shift. These two gods symbolize not only light and darkness, day and night, but also the interdependence of all equal and opposite forces.
Shark was a very important god to the Maya. He taught them farming secrets and oversaw growing and the harvest. Generally, he was associated with all forms of fertility. He was also in charge of wind, lightning, and rain, which was caused by his tears. He was in charge of preserving springs, wells, streams, cenotes, and other sources of water. Like the aspects over which he presided, he was considered benevolent and caring, but unpredictable. Physically, Shark was depicted as a reptile with hair tangled in unruly knots, and his colors were white, red, yellow, and black, representing north, east, south, and west.
Shanka Shikech, Ishik Bishabel.
La calvache casi.
Pila witch. Ah, malo.
Sokin walitech, kabein putzolon, tecajo, putzoka, mishbikin, utskin guantalón, bishawalik lelo, yetel tulakalbash, sok uyuchulo,
Intukul mukankusikan, baletechech en shmanu galinaman, takushkan putzur,
main woheli, vale inachtal titechel, hach malop tialinkajal.
It is busy today. Kukulkan may have promised we'll thrive, but many make their own offerings.
Unuratu and her rebels are the true sons and daughters of Paititi, if you're asking. I'm not the only one who thinks it either. Just the only one with the guts to say it, apparently. The cleansing is upon us, and it should be Unuratu's line that sacrifices Kukulkan to restore the sun, and not the other way around. But thoughts like that have a way of getting people dead. So it's no wonder they aren't voiced.